I'm going to show you how to make delicious muffins no matter what ingredients you have on hand, how you can easily substitute it to cook how your great grandma did and not be completely beholden to a recipe. Plus, you can take this recipe and make a ton of different muffins so that you have versatility and delicious food no matter what fruit or berries are in season. So this time of year, we are deep in the harvest, and so I have got fresh blueberries. However, you can use any frozen fruit that you want. If you're using frozen fruit, you wait to put it in until the very end so it doesn't turn your batter gray. When it's fresh, it doesn't matter so much, but just for the sake of repetition, we will be putting these in at the end, but you can substitute out for any type of fruit that you want, and it's just the same equivalent. So if you're using something like peaches, I would definitely recommend dicing them up so they're about the same size as berries, but you just need 2 cups of fruit. So for blueberry muffins, you can definitely use chicken eggs. This recipe would use 4 chicken eggs. However, I have duck eggs, which if you've never baked with duck eggs, once you start, you'll likely never go back. They do delightful things to baked goods, but because they are so much larger, if it's just 1 or 2 chicken eggs, I'll still use just 2 duck eggs for 2 chicken eggs. However, once you get up where it would be 4 chicken eggs, I'm only gonna do 3 duck eggs, and that's gonna be equivalent. Now next comes up our fat source. So you can use any type of fat that you want. I love the flavor of butter. However, butter is more expensive than coconut oil, and depending on if you're dairy free or not. So I like to do half butter and half coconut oil. If you use all coconut oil, I have found that it's a little bit greasier in the end product, so I back it off by just a little bit. So if you're using butter, this recipe is 1 cup butter, but because I'm doing a half a cup butter, I'm doing about a 1/3 cup of the coconut oil, so it's just shy of a full 1 cup. So we always put our melted fat in with our eggs, and then we're going to cream together our sugar and our vanilla. This really helps when you're baking to cream all of these together first and get them fully incorporated. It's going to help the texture so that you have a really nice light crumb. Now, this recipe, you could use sugar. It calls for a cup of sugar. However, you can use any sweetener that you want. So we're gonna do 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and homemade vanilla extract is delicious and really easy. So we've got a video on that if you want to pop over and check that out. But when you are substituting a liquid sweetener, so if you were doing maple syrup, in this case we're going to do honey, you want to use a little bit less honey. Honey is sweeter than sugar. So for a cup of sugar for substituting the honey, we're going to do about 2/3 cup of the honey. Now, if you were putting your honey into something like biscuits where you weren't creaming it together, I would just use the measuring spot and you just dip it into the flour and make a well, and then you fill that in with the honey to avoid getting your measuring cup sticky with honey. But this honey is it's kind of half crystallized right now, so it's not as sticky as if you have it when it's just in its pure liquid form. Doesn't affect its baking or anything like that, but I actually find it a little bit easier to measure out. Now, honeybees is something that we don't have here on our homestead yet, though I would love to get into beekeeping at some point. So Azure has raw honey for a great price. In fact, as you can tell, most of my stuff I actually get from Azure Market. I get my coconut oil from them, my honey from them. I actually get the vanilla beans that I'm making my vanilla extract from, as well as my sugar and baking soda. So they are a great resource and a sponsor of this video. And if you're a new customer, you can use coupon code Melissa15 and get 15% off your first order of $100 or more. So we're gonna add our honey in. Oh, it smells good already. One note when you are using honey, because honey tends to brown faster than sugar, you'll want to drop the temperature by about 25 degrees. So this recipe normally would cook at 400 degrees, but we're going to do it at 375. Now, if this was actually sugar, it would look creamier because sugar obviously is granular and it's thicker than the honey. So this looks a little bit liquidy, but that's going to be very natural if you're using a liquid sweetener. So there's so many different ways that you can provide the liquid for this recipe. If you wanted to do all milk, you could. However, the texture wise for muffins is having an acidic ingredient in there. So you could get that by using yogurt or sour cream. You could use buttermilk, or you can use a mock buttermilk. And this is where knowing all the different substitutions that you can put in and how it affects the recipe comes in super handy. So I don't actually have any buttermilk on hand at the moment. So in order to make mock buttermilk, for the purposes of baking, which is we're wanting the acid, because the acid is going to react with the baking soda and help to create a really good crumb, is I'm going to just do 2 tablespoons of lemon juice with 1 cup of milk. And then you just want to stir that, and you're going to let it sit for about 5 minutes. And you will see that the lemon juice will start to curdle the milk, and it'll get kind of curdled and thick and kind of lumpy. And that's exactly what we want to see happen. Now, the original recipe calls for 1.5 cups of plain yogurt, which I did not have on hand. So what I had was about 1/2 cup of some vanilla honey yogurt, and then I added some sour cream. So normally if a recipe calls for plain yogurt, you wouldn't want to use a flavored yogurt, except it was honey yogurt. We're already using honey as a sweetener in this recipe, and it's a sweet recipe, so it worked out in my favor. So we'll go ahead and add our sour cream and honey flavored yogurt. And I do have recipes as well as a course on how to do all of your own homemade fermented dairy. So we'll put links to that below. Now we'll go ahead and add in our dry ingredients. So this is just an organic, unbleached, all-purpose flour. So we are going to do 2.5 cups flour. Now, if you wanted to use a whole wheat or a spelt flour or even an ancient grain, you can totally substitute those in for this. But if you're doing whole wheat or spelt, then you are going to have to adjust your liquid ratio in order to get it to turn out correctly. All right, we've got baking soda and powder in this recipe. And the reason we have both are a leavening agent, meaning they're going to help it to rise. The baking soda reacts with the acid in the recipe, which is going to come from our yogurt and then our mock buttermilk here. And then the baking powder reacts to the heat. So you have 2 leavening agents that are reacting to slightly different things in the recipe as it bakes. But I found that this ratio creates a really great rise on the muffins and good texture. We're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of our baking soda. And then 1 teaspoon of the baking powder. And then I used my butter, 1/2 cup was the salted butter. So I'm just going to do about a 1/4 teaspoon, slightly scant 1/4 teaspoon, between 1/8 and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Right, so we are going to pour our mock buttered milk in here. And then we're just going to mix all of this. With muffins, you don't want to over mix. So we're going to mix all of this until just combined. All right, and now, just at the end here, just as this has started to combine, now we're going to go ahead and add in our blueberries. And again, we're just going to mix these. We don't want to beat them up, just till they're combined. So now we're going to go ahead and fill our muffin tins, which I really do like the silicone muffin liners. You can also go ahead and grease and then flour these really well if you wanted to. But we're going to get these filled. You can see it's a pretty thick batter, which is really nice because that helps to keep the berries suspended and not all sinking to the bottom as it bakes. So we're just gonna fill these about 3/4 of the way full. So I ran out of muffin tins and I thought I had a few of these little extra muffin liners, which I was just gonna put, you can just put them on a rimmed baking sheet. They don't have to go in muffin tins, but I didn't have enough of those. So what I did find is I have a silicone baked donut pan. So we are gonna try baking some of the muffins in the silicone donut pan. We'll see how they turn out. This part shall be an experiment of substituting even what you're baking in. So these have been in for 20 minutes. And you can definitely see where there's little pockets of honey that they are starting to turn brown. All right, there we've got these guys. We definitely don't want to over bake muffins, but we don't want them to be under baked so that they're soggy and half raw in the middle. So one is starting to look for if they start to dome and they've got a little bit of cracking is great visual. Also, if there's any browning, as I said, the honey is going to brown faster than if you have regular sugar. But the ultimate test is to take a toothpick and then put it in the center. And when you pull it out, you don't want to see anything shiny or goopy sticking to it. You want it to come out basically clean. You can tell I got a little bit of a blueberry in there on the way down. So that is the sign that these are ready to pull out and we will let them cool. So we had a little mini coffee break, and as you can tell, we've actually devoured quite a few of the muffins, and the silicone donut pan worked really well. I would say if you really wanted to make these as donuts to make them like cake donut baked texture, I would probably increase the flour just a little bit. But here you can see the muffins releases perfectly from our silicone muffin tin. And just to show you, these are the great bite-sized kind. There is our texture. So we have lovely, warm, just bursting blueberries and a great moist texture on the inside.